Good morning, Patriots. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. People, it's just getting worse, is it not? Now you got this race-baiting Al Sharpton coming out there now. He's attacking knives. Yeah, wants to take knives away too now, on top of the guns. My rant today this morning, Patriots, thank you for the support on the videos, John and Robert, and some great videos you put out. You know, people, I was sitting here thinking, and I saw where Mr. Obama's going to go down here and make a speech at that church. You know, it kind of gets under my craw a little bit. You know what? Oh, you know, yeah, okay, he wants to make a speech at the church. But yet, all these American soldiers that's been killed on this war on terrorism because of his failed policies. He ain't got too much to say about that, does he? When that ambassador got killed in Benghazi, he didn't go to his funeral, did he? He didn't make a, he tried to cover that one up, didn't he? When that general got killed over there, remember the general? They didn't even send nobody to his funeral. As far as I know, I did some research. I don't even think he had a representative from, or Obama didn't. One of his top generals, he didn't go to his funeral, did he? No, he didn't go to his funeral. When you get these police officers gunned down by these African-American thugs out there, ain't no big deal. He didn't make a big deal out of that one, did he? I've seen several things where African-Americans have went into white people's houses and robbed them and killed them and shot them, and ain't no big deal, is it? It was African-American that did it. Yeah, but when this white Caucasian guy goes into this African-American church, and again, what this guy did was not right. But like again, I'll say it again. You blaming the whole and blaming other things for what happened that had nothing to do with it, but yet you're going to take time out of your busy schedule, your golf game, but you got time to go down there to that church and make a speech, don't you? Because there was a government, one of those African Americans that was killed in that church, was a senator or something like that, but yet you're going to go down there for that one, right, Mr. Obama? You got time for that one. But yet you can sit around, and you know, it shows you your true, where your loyalties lie, Mr. Obama, where there's lines in this country where your loyalties lie. When it's an African American that's done to, well, you got time for that. But when it's a white American or any other group of American, not just whites, but any other group of Americans, something tragically happens to, you ain't got time for them. You don't make a statement. You ain't got time for it, right, Mr. Obama? You, Mr. Al Sharpton, Louis Farah, freaking Khan. My thing is for the Justice Department and all this. How is it you can let these African Americans and this Louis Farrakhan Muslim-loving piece of crap out there get out here and make subversive statements and threaten and do this and say that and say this and say that against another race of people? Threaten them. But you don't have nothing to say about it. In other words, what he said, okay, that's fine. They can just say what they want to. But you let somebody make a video and say something that you don't agree with. Oh, you'll go out there and investigate them. You'll go out there and try to shut them up. You'll take their videos off Facebook. Again, division in our country, and it's right there in your face, people. A certain group of people have rights, and a certain group of people don't have no rights. A certain group of people can say what they want to and threaten and do everything they want to. That's okay. But you let a tragedy happen, and just because a Caucasian did it, and I ain't saying what happened was right. It was not right. It's not right when anybody does it. But because of a man's skin color, it's a big deal. But when another group group does it, ain't much said about it, is it? But this president has time to go down there to this church when he didn't have time to go to these other people's or make statements on these police officers or stand behind these police officers that were gunned down innocently by these thugs. That was different with Mr. Obama. Because it wasn't a Caucasian that did it to an African American. Like I said, it ain't right either way you cut it. But the thing is, when you divide a country because of your agenda, because you think this is, you got something to say on this one, but you can't stand up for the other groups of people in this country when you know blatantly what is going on, when you and your race baiters out there are actually the one causing the division in this country, and then when something tragically happens, you want to jump on the bandwagon and make it a political thing, when you should be the one that's leading this country and bringing this country together, when you the one, and Al Sharpton and Louis Farrakhan and all you out there that's causing division, well, your true colors are showed, Mr. Obama. And this is another one you showing on this one. Because this time, you got time to make a statement or make time to go to the funeral. But when it was a soldier that died, when it was an ambassador in Benghazi that died, when that general was killed, all these white families that had been murdered and that they've had on the news. I don't remember all of them, but it's been a few where African Americans has went in their house and murdered them. You didn't have time for a statement on that one, but this one you do, right? Again, dividing our country, people, because of skin color. But yet they're going to turn around and blame it on one race, not both. When the man is sitting on top of the mountain, which is the one up there, he calls himself the president. If he was a president, he should be bringing the country together. But what is he doing? Throwing gas on the fire more and more and more with these little coronis up there, causing more division. Because like somebody posted on my Facebook a while ago, a liberal, they don't like what you do. They'll change laws to shut you up. That's what they do. If you don't agree with them, they'll change laws to shut you up. But just like in the Civil War, you remember, about this flag thing crap, it was over state rights. But you know what? Right now, it's like history's repeating itself, people. If we don't stand up and let our voices be heard, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. You already see the division in our country. You see the division on our president because he's proven it by going to that church. Now, I'm not saying it wouldn't right him to go to that church. All I'm saying is, why is it now that you go when there was other times that you should have went to? And maybe if you'd have stood up at the beginning when this crap was going on in Baltimore and all them other places, instead of sitting back, letting it happen and approving of it, it might have not got to where it's at today, where you want it at. Division. Think about it, patriots. God bless all of you. Keep getting the word out there for Robert McLeod Jr. And stand up and let your voices be heard, people.